Hello there, Cabalites. This might be something a little bit different from what you were expecting. You might have seen on Twitter that I'm kind of sick at the moment, so content is a little slow going. But today I wanted to talk about something that I hold near and dear to my tentacle-entwined heart. Content creation. If you remember my 2021 update video, I said that this year I'd be breaking into the sphere of VTubing due to my distaste of face cams. Well, any of you who have been part of the VTubing sphere for any amount of time may remember this little clip.
Next question. Do you have any tips for people who want to become VTubers? Make content. Do it. I see a lot of young aspiring VTubers that really want to do the VTuber thing, and I'm really excited for them. I want to see them succeed. I want to see them do their best. I see them on Twitter, and I want them to do something.
Well, I believe that VTubing's very own Queen of the Dead, Callie, was right. And not just in regards to VTubers, but to content creators in general. You can't be called a YouTuber if you don't make any content for YouTube. You can't be a Twitch streamer if you don't stream on Twitch. That's just how it works. And let me tell you from my own couple months of experience I have under my belt, the beginning sucks. It's a fight to obtain any viewership, and if you do obtain any, you should be thankful for it. I know that I am. But a lot expect to post a couple videos and blow up overnight. Unfortunately, just like with the Twitch and YouTuber, that's not how that works. But even coming from the mouth of Hololive's very own Reaper, people didn't like it. So what did Callie do? She took her own advice, and she doubled down. And oh boy, is it one piece of content. Let me just pull it up here. Ah, there it is. And let's give it a listen.
Dead beats swinging now, grab the scythe and show them how. Welcome to the mountaintop, wait until the fight calls. I hope you're ready to be swinging till the night falls. Are you a slave and entertainer till the fun dies? I hope you're ready to be swinging till the sunrise.
So first up, let me say that I love songs with a deeper meaning. And I think Callie has a lot she wants to say through this song, and does so pretty well. First off, she says welcome to the mountaintop, and it's pretty evocative of what content creation is. A climb from nothing at the base to the very top of the summit, where Callie might be standing now with other legends of the VTube community. And when she says swinging to the night falls and swinging to the sunrise, it's very evocative of the work that has to go into content creation. The amount of times I've been up to the wee hours of the morning and seen the sun peek over the horizon trying to get a video ready, well, a lot. And that's only in 7 months. Are you a slave? An entertainer to the fun dies? I've seen a couple interpretations of it, but I think, to me, it says, are you beholden to your content? And are you only doing it until it's not fun anymore? Or are you in it for the long haul? Trying to make something of it, a career? Basically, are you dedicated? Are you going to stick with it through the times that it sucks? So you can experience the times where it feels like you're standing on top of a mountain.
Flame the family waiver, stains the flame with flavor. The kind of pain that you complain about and learn to savor. A mystic walk beside that sadistic Sakura. Kinda wish to talk with ya before me at the top of your head.
So, a flame that faintly wavers. Essentially, starting out, that's you as a content creator. You're nothing more than a candle in a windstorm, and creating content is a continuous fight to keep that flame alive. Stains the brain with flavor, the kind of pain you complain about then learn to savor. Ah, this lyric hits me pretty hard. I can definitely say that once you start creating content, it sort of just absorbs your life. You're always thinking about it. What can I do next? What can I do that's going to shake things up and make people entertained? And that pain that you learn to savor? That's embracing the suck of content creation sometimes. That's wallowing in the misery of sometimes things falling flat. But you've learned something. You've gotten a little bit better because everyone learns from their mistakes. That's how we as people grow. That's how we as content creators grow. You have to go out and you have to make something that's crap to make something that's good. For the next two lines, a mystic walk besides the sadistic Sakura? Well, this is basically Callie taking a walk with us, explaining to us how content creation works, what you need to do to get to that mountaintop. But here's something I haven't seen many touch on. Bore me and it's off with your head. This isn't Callie saying that, oh, if you bore me, I don't want to talk with you. This is how content creation works. A content creator lives or dies by how entertaining their content is. If it's boring, your career's basically dead. It's a constant fight for the life of your channel, the life of your brand. Give up, and it dies.
Sensei that have been saying since I began this soul sentence. Centuries of repentance, past tense or reservations. Now I stand in defense of this relentlessly intense advice, not lacking suspense. It gives the fuck what, ladies and gents, I'm not even spent.
So, this one's pretty straightforward. She's not your teacher, but she has been speaking common sense up until this point. And she knows it is because she's lived it. And she knows others that's lived it. The next two lines, past tense on reservations, relentlessly intense advice, not lacking suspense. Remember that clip I showed you in the beginning? Well, Callie tried to say it the easy way, a simple way, straightforward, and she was rebuffed. So now, she's taking it to the mat. And guess what? She's not even getting started.
I'll gladly live inside your head, but who the fuck is my ribs? It ain't me, right? So what you gotta do about sucker? Cause while the sayers say the same shit, the doers fight each other. You wanna stake your life on any of this? There's plenty of spite to steal your nerves and feel the burn. The training starts tonight.
She knows exactly what she did with this video. She got under a lot of people's skin, and that's exactly what she intended. It's a call to put up or shut up, because she knows that the people who are all talk are just going to do that, while the rest of us are out here scrabbling for every scrap that we can to prepare ourselves to climb up that mountain. So if you want to take this seriously, content creation that is, or you could even apply this to other pursuits in life. When somebody tells you you can't, or just how difficult something is, I don't know about you, but that just makes me want to try even harder.
Welcome to the mountaintop. Those your fans are counting stop. Throws my hands up stating the obvious. Probably that endless sloppy. Give me action. Sick katana slash and slick. But where's your passion, miss? I'm only asking.
Okay, let's be serious here 1 second. If you're a content creator and you're constantly looking at your analytics, counting how many subscribers or followers you have, regardless of the platform. Stop it. There's no greater trap you can fall into as a content creator than becoming neurotic over numbers. If you want to use your analytics for anything, use them after 7 days, and use them to figure out how something succeeded or how you can make it better. Do that, make better content, and the numbers don't matter. They'll naturally increase. But another part of that is putting passion into it. You have to be enjoying what you're doing. Viewers aren't stupid. They're people, just like you and me. They realize if you're just mechanically cranking out content and not enjoying yourself. If you're only in it because you think it's easy or you want to be famous, you might want to rethink your priorities.
Truthfully, I lose the heat when seeing no traction, but it must be how you're waxing, so trust me, start relaxing. Your stance is, well, it's average. I'm savage cause I care, and you can take it or leave it. Rip and stare, you swear to make me believe it.
I'm fairly certain that's not a Naruto reference, but if it is, I both love it and I hate it. But yet again, she's saying something that I've already seen in just my 7 months. Y'all lose the heat when seeing no traction. I've already seen content creators that start at the same time as me upload less and less frequency until their channel is just dead because they weren't dedicated. Or maybe something got in the way. They didn't do their research beforehand and realized just how much effort it would require. Or maybe the exact opposite. They went so hard, so fast, that they burned out, and they forever ruined their opinion of making content. I've seen both, and both break my heart. And that's why I'm generally blunt. Find the balance, or you won't make it.
Silent will strike to kill shinobi, lots of meek, pride or skill. What's the deal? His hands already weak. Let this blood be melted iron, but I still be like water. You'll get somebody that perspective that you senselessly slaughter.
I've got to say, I love her wordplay with all of this. She doesn't say she will, she just does. And when she does, she goes for it full force, right for the kill. And with all of the technique that she's acquired over her years of content creation, and how she's got the veritable iron in her veins to stick with it, but still able to adapt and flow like water the changing times, something that any content creator worth their salt should be able to do, and should do, if they want to succeed and stay relevant. Look at all of the big YouTubers who have disappeared over the years. Once, they were the faces of the platform. Now, gone. You can't just make content and put it out there. You have to figure out what works. Be smart about it, or your perspective becomes skewed.
With devotion to the mission, straight devour the weak. An ocean full of competition, get your actions to speak. You can't be strong if you give up from just a missing your streak. They'll say so long with the slide of the seven, I like kiss on my cheek. Oh yes, me.
Yet again, we're going back to the topic of devotion. Those who are dedicated, willing to put in the work, and suffer through the bad times, will inevitably win out over those who won't. But you're not the only one. There's an entire platform full of competition. You have to figure out how you stand out from the crowd. And if you misstep, have a bad week, a bad month, you can't give up, or it's all for naught, and you might as well just hand over the keys of your channel to Callie so she can escort it to the underworld.
Send them away, Death Sensei.
No ambition, try again next week.
Welcome to the mountaintop. Wait until the fight calls. I hope you're ready to be swinging till the night falls. Are you a slave and entertainer till the fun dies? I hope you're ready to be swinging till the sunrise. You're thrown the towel and quit as soon as your body starts bleeding. You'll say goodbye to glory next to loud and never succeeding. So if you'd like to flip the story and that heart is still beating, I challenge you to stay connected, simply follow my leading.
I love this line. because it can't be mistaken for anything else than Callie calling all of us smaller creators out. I don't know about anyone else, but that really lights a fire in my gullet.
You want to balance following and start creating, stop tweeting. This ain't me hating, I'm just bored from all the talkers I'm beating and getting sick of punching endlessly from excuses I'm reading. But man, shit, knowing the tendencies, it's no use, you're never leaving. Sign up then, you whine about it, get in line, the stage is crowded. I can now supply you with this tough love, good luck without it.
And here it is, the line that blew up the VTuber sphere. For those of you that don't know, there's something that's been dubbed a V-tweeter. I'm not particularly a fan of the name, but I guess it serves its purpose. There are individuals who've decided they want to ride the wave of VTubers becoming popular to try and gain a larger Twitter following, and either say they're going to debut as a VTuber, or just full out never intend to. Now that isn't bad in and of itself per se, but when those individuals start to say that they're just as valid as other people who are creating content is where the controversy starts. I won't really be getting into it, but my opinion on the matter is that content creators create content. And it doesn't matter what type of content, a voice clip, a video, a drawing, some creative writing. Can a VTuber do interpretive dance? Something, some sort of content. If you want the title of content creator, create something. That's it. It's that simple. Just do it. Imagine Shia LaBeouf. He's cheering you on.
To the mountaintop where we make the vibes drop. Naughty boys and girls get chopped up into diamonds open shop. Caught the decent crop of follows, all those asking me how. They spot the name, the fans are shaming, raising their breath. Like easy for you to say, a little bit company higher. As if these moves did not take heartache and these tracks did not fire. As if this back did not break over and over, right near expire. As if a million skeletons hit that subscribe for satire. And though this hell is 10 times hotter than the start, I ain't sired. The God and death, the light of drawn my last breath and pieced out to retired. When
Alright, I'm going to go ahead and say that this part got me a little bit heated. What a lot of people don't realize is that individuals like Callie, or Gura, or Nyanas, they've been at it for years in one form or another. The Hololive girls weren't just off-the-street hires. They were hired because they were experienced content creators who had proven their worth without any support from a company like Cover Corp. Anyone who thinks different is just deluding themselves. They earned their place. And Callie's being kind enough to tell us how we can earn ours. I've had the pull yourself up by your bootstraps is just a line used against me in the context of content creation a couple times. My response to that is, this is one of the few pursuits where you can. You can build yourself up from nothing. You just have to be smart about it and willing to stick to it. And I'm fairly certain a veteran of the industry like Callie would agree with me.
Make a sound of the wire just to survive. So they're the lives who sell their souls or those who dedicate their lives. I ask you, pick up the sword and swing into it. Tis unbearable and wear your scars with dignity. When raising something shareable, the strong, the safe, the terrible. Progress in these eyes, expect no less than earth shaking when these deadbeats rise.
And this final part, when it comes down to it, at the end of the day, who's going to make the cut with content creation? It's going to be those who know what they're getting into, who are willing to take the time, put in the effort, and stick to it even through the hardships. The people who are willing to swing that sword until their arms are ready to fall off, and then pick it up the next day and do it again. Those who wear their failures with dignity and pride, because it was those failures that allowed them to learn to be great. And once they learned that secret, they did something that carved out their own place in the platform. So that's essentially my opinion on Off With Their Heads. I think it's a wonderful song. I don't think it was meant to attack anybody. but more to light a fire under those smaller content creators like myself and other friends that I've made in the scene. And considering the number of times I've listened to it, and my friends have listened to it, I'd say it does a pretty good job. So if you stuck it out this far, I want to thank you. As you can see, I'm just a PNG at the moment. I'm currently in the process of being rigged. If you want to see how that's going, or see what that's going to look like, you can follow me on Twitter. I have a reference sheet posted up, and that's where you can find the most up-to-date information from me directly. I hope you're all looking forward to some spooky content coming down the road, and hopefully together we can lock down a place in the horror scene of VTubing. So until next time, have you seen the violent side?